I'm delighted to be launching the CEPR's Research Policy Network on the economics of longevity and ageing. I think there's few topics as important about how we age individually and collectively. It's just of crucial importance, and that's not really reflected in policy measures at the moment, policy frameworks, or indeed the balance of economic research. And this network's been set up to correct that. It's really important that the network is about longevity and ageing. And for me, an ageing society, which has been most of the focus of economic analysis so far, focuses upon a change in the age structure of the population. There's just more old people because of a fall in the birth rate and people living longer. And of course that change in the age structure has implications. There's more retirees, fewer workers, there's pressures on the health budget, pressures on the public finance and pressures on GDP. It's by and large a pretty negative story. But of course the other way of looking at this as an individual is because of gains to life expectancy, you've got more time ahead of you. And how are you going to deal with that time? But one thing that's key is you need to invest more in your future if you've got more future. So in other words, we need to invest in our human capital. We've got to make sure we're productive for longer, healthier for longer, and of course engaged for longer. And that's, I think, representing longer life as an opportunity. It's also about how we adapt and adjust, because when we talk about AI and climate change, we talk about radical adaptation and adjustment. And we've really got to do that about ageing. And I don't think talking about care homes or just changing the state pension age is enough. We know as economists incentives have changed, we're going to change how we age. And I think that brings forth a raft of opportunities, which will be a basis for policy to make sure we can try and seize the best of an ageing society and not just focus on the problems. And I think that's going to be a really impactful research agenda. So we're going to do that in a number of ways. The first is typical of a CPR network. We're going to bring together policymakers, central banks, ministries of finance, and academics. And I think that's a really exciting combination because obviously the researchers will be looking to try and crack the problems, the policymakers can direct what the most important issues are, and the two can learn from one another so we can come up with the empirical evidence and the frameworks to adapt to an ageing society and longer lives. We're going to do that through conferences. We're also going to have regular workshops and seminars. We will of course be disseminating information, so we'll do VoxEU columns, we'll do ebooks, but it's also about trying to disseminate the information to the wider public and not just academia and to policymakers. I think what's wonderful about this topic as an aggregate trend is it's something everyone can relate to because it's about our life and people really instinctively connect with that as a topic. So it's a great area for economics to communicate to the wider public. We're also, because of that, try and run some podcasts. We're going to try and run some summer schools because I think this is an area that's been not intellectually explored enough. So if we can start to develop some new frameworks and skills and get people excited about that, that will then make sure the research gets picked up in the future. I think it's a great topic for young researchers. It's hugely important, you can have real impact, it blends together a range of disciplines, but at its core is an economic issue. We've got more time, how do we respond to that gift of those extra resources, but change our behaviour to make sure that we get the benefits of a longer life and seize the opportunity that an ageing society presents. So super excited, and if you're interested in getting involved, please drop us a line. If you're interested in having a conference with us, please let us know. I'm really looking forward to making this happen and hope it's successful. Because as I say, few things are as important to us as individuals or as a society than how we age.